that he deeply despised their profession. At the same time, the nun also shared her opinion with everyone. She believed the killer's murders were more like a form of art, and this form was exactly the killer's language. As long as they deciphered the meaning of the language, they would know what the killer was trying to express.
Bam! Exactly!
The tattoos. On the shoulder, a shamrock. The arm, another clue. A lily. 2 flowers. One, the symbol of mourning, the other, the symbol of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Are you hearing this? People, do you see what she's saying?
Okay, Lo, I admit we're lagged.
And at this moment, Lewis inferred from the method of the crime that the killer must have some level of anatomical skill and was very likely a surgeon, because stitching bodies together was not something ordinary people could do. With a direction for the investigation established, the next steps naturally became much easier, but unexpectedly, just as the meeting ended, the nun called the priest and told him all of their findings. Hearing this, the priest immediately became interested and asked her to bring the files and come see him right away. At the same time, Lewis went to the hospital to visit her husband, but as soon as she arrived, she saw a nurse treating her husband's bed sores. It turned out that Lewis' husband had been in a coma for many years, and his body had long shown signs of deterioration. The caregiver suggested that Lewis end his suffering, but after holding on to this relationship for so many years, how could Lewis possibly agree to sign? Unexpectedly, the caregiver tried to persuade her.
So just let him go. Walk away. Nobody will blame you. Everyone will understand.
Unable to bear it, she immediately ran outside, and at that moment, Lewis met a caregiver named Eddie. Hearing that Lewis was about to leave, Eddie kindly reminded her that drinking and driving was not a good habit, but Lewis did not listen to the advice, and as expected, an accident still happened. When Lewis woke up from unconsciousness, she found herself handcuffed to the bed. It turned out her colleagues had used their authority to prevent Lewis from going to prison. But as punishment, she still had to stay there for a while. However, the case was not solved yet, and Lewis was not willing to just lie there. So she asked Eddie for help, and Eddie did not disappoint her, successfully unlocking the handcuffs, then took her and left the place together. After a day of getting alone, Lewis also developed some feelings for Eddie, but out of respect for her husband, Lewis suppressed those feelings. However, just as she returned home, her daughter brought her some good news. It turned out she had cracked the code box, and inside was a note with coordinates. Seeing this, Lewis immediately decided to go check it out. So she called Eddie, whom she had just met, hoping Eddie could help look after her daughter. But at this moment, Lewis forgot one thing, that Eddie was also a medical worker. After settling everything, Lewis set out together with the nun. After a full day of traveling, the two finally arrived at the coordinate location, but as soon as they got there, they discovered it was actually a fire pit.
Is he trying to tell us something?
Yes. Psalms 88, 6-7. You have put me in the lowest pit, in the darkest depths. Your wrath lies heavily on me. You have overwhelmed me with all your waves.
English, please.
And at that moment, a truck came speeding toward them. Seeing the man get out of